Hey there guys, welcome back to my LP run for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 for the NES. In this part we're going to be taking on Area 3, and our first objective here is to stock up on these Turtle Van missile weapons. The missiles are located at the very end of this building, and I recommend going through it twice because every time you collect the missile you'll get 10 of them. And it's a really powerful weapon. It destroys the Technodrome vehicles, and it also removes the barriers that you'll find on the road. So it just helps to have a couple of extra ones on board. So I usually will go through this building twice, and then I like to use this checkpoint to recover the turtles' health as well. Anyway, for getting across this gap here, you just want to walk across. Don't try to jump across because otherwise you'll fall right through the gap. Just walk right across it like it's a normal platform and you'll collect the missiles. I'll admit that some of the platforming in this game is a little strange, to put it mildly, and unfortunately we're going to be coming across a few places here later in this level that make it a little annoying, and I'll explain how to do those parts correctly so you won't fall in the water in this one particular section that I'm thinking of. So I just skipped ahead here because I didn't think you'd want to watch me go through the building again. And we now have 20 missiles, so we're all set for going forward and proceeding. Just destroy the barricades down here with a missile, and there's really not too much to explore down in there. This is the first point in the game to recover a party member, so if you've lost a turtle, go down here and destroy the barricade, and then you can cross this bridge and the turtle will be in the second building. I actually went in the first one, but you go in the second building and you can get your party member back. Okay, so we're now going to be collecting the scrolls here, and I'll explain how this part works. When you go into this building, you want to make sure that the enemy set that you have is the frog guy and the Burning Man. You don't want to be trying to go through here with the football player monkey guy that divides himself into two every time you hit him. That guy takes so much damage to kill, it's ridiculous. He can actually survive 3 of the scrolls, so you don't want to fight him at all if possible. So only go into this building if you see the frog guy and the Burning Man enemies in here. So we're just going to go through this part. The scrolls actually do come in handy for cutting down the Burning Men up at the very top. That's what I'm calling them. But you don't have to use that. Donatello works fine. And if you do take damage going through here, there's a pizza at the very end of the level, which I'll show you. And you just have to do a little bit of platforming there to get it. It can be a little bit difficult because there's some enemies in the way and it requires some precision jumping, but keeping your health high shouldn't be too big of a problem going through here. And we're going to be getting about 80 scrolls on each turtle. I know, that's just ridiculous, but I like to have a lot of latitude with the scrolls, and that way I can use them as much as I want, and I don't have to worry about them running out during the playthrough unless I screw up. So that's the way that I usually play the game, is I get about 60 to 80 per turtle, and we're going to be doing 80 because this is the easy way to beat the game. Alright, so we now have 80 scrolls on each turtle, which means I had to go through that building 16 times. I know that's not fun, it's repetitive and boring, but believe me, it makes the game a lot easier. Especially the last couple of areas, because the enemies there are really strong and you want the scrolls when you get down there. There are a couple of other places to pick up this weapon in the game, but usually doing so requires you to risk all your health or risk losing a turtle or something, and it's not worth it. So this is the only real point that I recommend picking up the scrolls, except for one other area in the Technodrome, but we won't get to that for a long time. Anyway, if we're going through here, just basically destroy the enemies that you know come along your path. You can take out the barricades if you want to. I like to do that, but definitely don't have to. And then once we get to the end of this path, we're going to be going in the building here to more or less fight the boss of this level, but getting to him requires some platforming, so that'll take a little bit of time to reach that point. So we've now reached the end of the path, and we want to go into this building right here. Now this building has some very annoying platforming sections in here, so I'm going to explain how to do this. You can use the scrolls to clear out the enemies in the first room, or you can just use Donatello or Leonardo, either way. And then you need to take out the enemy down here, either let him walk off the platform or just take him out with Donatello's bow, either way. You want to do a big hop over this first platform and then another big hop over the second one, because if you do small hops here, you're going to probably land in the water. So make sure that on the second hop, the turtle hits the brick up here and then lands on the other side. From there, you want to kind of do like moderate jumps. You don't want to go really high, because sometimes there's going to be an enemy way up at the top of the screen, and you don't want to go too low because you'll land in the water. It's better sometimes to slash when you jump, because there might be an enemy waiting for you, and it's either going to be the balloon guy or the stingray type of enemy that dive bombs at you on an angle. So use Leonardo here because his slash covers a wider radius, and you'll have to kind of work out the pattern a little bit. That's the annoying part. So now that we've done that, we're going to be going into the actual last building of the level, and we're going to be this is actually a pretty easy section. You just have to take out these guys down here. It's easier if it's the Burning Man, but you know, either set of enemies isn't really that big of a deal. And we've now reached the boss of Area 3, which is a blue turtle. I'm not sure what his name is. It could be Slash, but I'm not sure. He basically is a Leonardo clone, so he's going to fight the same exact way. He is pretty aggressive with his sword, but he's very weak to the scrolls, so just take him out with that. That's what I did. And then after that, you'll have some kind of a robot that shoots these homing missiles, but if you hit him really fast with the bow or the scrolls, he goes down fast. Either way, this is not a hard boss, so just take him out. And just like that, we're going to be moving on to Area 4 in the next part. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 walkthrough for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I will see you next time. This is Josh Reagan signing out.